welcome once again to the King of Tides, Hero Club's weekly Twitch stream. We are so excited to be back after our long hiatus. Can y'all hear the music right now? Because it went very quiet on me.
Oh, yeah, we can.
There it is. Okay. Perfect. I am so pumped to be back. It's been like 3 weeks. Finally, the stars have aligned for our stargazers to return to our little virtual table. For those of you who are new and don't know who we are, welcome. We are Hero Club. My name is George Primavera. I will be the Dungeon Master this evening. If you want to know what our main thing is, we do our little recordings around the table, record our sessions live. Whether they're virtual or in person, we edit them down with sound effects and music, and we make these really fun little audio anthologies. Go check out HeroClubPodcast.com or anywhere you listen to podcasts and give it a little check out. If you do know us and you've listened to either Here There Be Monsters or our most recent season, Brand's Bargain, you know the world we're going to be playing in tonight, which is, excuse me, oh my God, just think a bug actually just went into my throat. Oh, gross.
Welcome home, buddy.
We're just gonna roll with it, baby. That really fully just erased my brain. I'm so revolted. That's what's just happened. It's the Emporia universe, everybody. I guess I have to start with Dylan when we get to the PCs, huh? For anybody who doesn't know about the Emporia universe, everybody is playing anthropomorphic animal characters, and the world is populated by those people. In this monarchy, we're talking like 18th century, the height of piracy on the tropical continent of Emporia. Magic has been made illegal by the crown and is punishable by death or worse. And there is one main religion worshipped throughout the land, that is the Church of Soul. They worship the sun as a body of celestial power, and they assist the crown in magical suppression. Now we get to the fun part where we get to meet our player characters. Let's start with Dylan McCullum.
Hey, everybody! I'm Dylan McCullum. I play fan favorite Nesbitt Bisbee. He is a Swarmkeeper Anteater Ranger, and it falls to me every time to explain the best or worst part of our campaign setting, because animals be people, bugs be animals.
Yes.
So, if you have headphones, just tear them right off your head right now.
No,
just throw them
keep them
right
on.
across, unplug, throw them across the room right now. Just unplug for the entire time, because it's going to
hear
get
it again.
bad in
One more
here.
time.
It's gonna
Yum,
get so
yum,
bad in
yum.
here. I realized that I was like, sometimes I'm giving such a harsh warning to everyone's eardrums, and some people don't have these things on, and they're like, it's fine.
And
It's
they
like
can't
a
hear
little
anything,
staticky.
yeah.
It's
And
pretty casual.
And
yeah.
it's pretty casual, but for us that know, it's like, oh no.
There's some surround sound built in there. Yeah. Feels like
yeah.
they're inside of you. Let's go over to Jackie Emerson.
Okay.
Oh no.
No.
Here's the wind-up, and here's the pitch.
Jackie Emerson. And I play Joey Robbins, a 12-year-old rogue, arcane trickster, destruction cleric, coyote. Woo!
What level are you, Jackie?
Fuck.
The pump, baby. Oh, wait, no.
You ruined the game!
Ammo! Goes
You got
just
12 years
foul.
old.
Looked good, and then she shaked it foul. It's all good.
Oh, I have to answer? I'm level 12.
No, we know. We all know. It says it on
No.
the thing.
We're aware. Age 12, level 12.
Let's skip it over to Gabe Greenspan.
Hello, I'm Gabe Greenspan. I play Zago Coiltail, a chameleon druid, and the only fault in his stars is not being able to see them. That's right, he's blind, and he is a Circle of
Man.
Stars druid.
That was good.
Wow!
You
no,
have
that's the second
you
time
have
he's done it.
definitely
Definitely
done a
used
fault
that one
in
before.
this
You
thing
definitely
before.
used that one.
Too easy!
I know it's the
Too
second time.
easy!
Positive. It's at least the second time.
If
I
it's
think
easy,
you have
you've done it.
it's definitely the same setup. It may have been a slightly
Might have been a different punchline.
but-
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm running out of shit. We've been playing this campaign for a long time.
Come up with 70 different star puns for your blind
Incorporate
chameleon.
blindness. Yeah, it's good. 70.
Oh,
And also,
God.
I'm level 12.
Level 12. Hannah Fagerbaki.
I'm Hannah. I
Chaotic
play
energy.
Akana. I'm a Canadian goose of the Ancient Paladin, level 15. She's part god and she likes to party. My fun fact this week is, I guess, my favorite ice cream is like a peanut butter flavored one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Finally, Natasha Mercado.
I'm Zaza Checkle, and I'm a hyena, and I'm a level 12 barbarian, path of the ancestral guardians, and I have COVID.
Natasha has COVID. Yay! She's doing great.
She's doing great.
Yeah.
Look at her go. She is still here, you saint. We're so happy you're here.
Look at her
Let's
fly.
hope it's a great episode for you to have COVID because Zaza's about to see some weird shit. It's gonna get a little weird down there at the bottom of the ocean. 1 second, let me do a quick adjustment. Hey gang, if you haven't noticed, behind me is very different because I moved recently. So at the moment, it looks like I'm in a prison basement. I am okay. I'm not being held anywhere against my will. It's all cool.
That is exactly
Everyone
what somebody
sends
in a
help.
prison basement
That
would
is
say.
true. That
It is
true.
all good. I tried to blink SOS and really fucked it up. Okay,
I got it.
so
We're all trying.
nobody's coming to help me, baby. Let's talk about where we just.
Oh no, are you okay?
Let's talk about where we left off last session. So,
All over the place.
a lot to catch up on. Our party right now stands atop a clay plateau in the middle of the Red Spine, the mountain range that spears north to south through the continent of Emporia. For weeks previous, a storm has ravaged the land, flooded fields, decimated cities with water damage, and for the first time in a long time, our party feels the warmth of the sun's rays on their faces. As gigantic demigods in the shape of water snakes flitting between the clouds were rammed through a portal in a tree ant's foot. Just sum it up real plain and clean, shall we? They came here to stop who they assumed is the person who summoned this storm, somebody who may have also done it 40 years previous, the ostrich known as Ender. When they arrived at the clay plateau, they realized that it was a bit more complicated than that, as the two demigods were sort of in a kind of domination state upon being summoned. Both spellcasters warring with each other, Ender and an owl by the name of Scope, were using these demigods as massive bludgeons attempting to wipe each other out. As our party intervened, both demigods were banished back. The owl came forth in an attempt to quash the group that was destroying or ruining some sort of grander plan. He was unsuccessful in stopping you, but he did manage to sneak away. And by sneak, I mean teleport 500 feet and teleport 500 feet and teleport 500 feet. And while our party was not privy to this information, we as an audience saw a small post-credit scene in which Scope approached the house of a young Boris Niles, years and years before he ever had any dreams of donning a black and gold uniform. So now, before we go to the top of that mountain, we're going to start somewhere else.
That immediate sound effect.
In the deep, dark bottom of the ocean, emerging out of pure darkness, 3 red dots slowly become, at first just dim pinpricks of light. They bob slightly as they move forward. And just glowing with a slight 5-foot radius aura of dark red light, we see skeletons shuffling through the water, bent low underneath the pressure of the immense depth. They bring up the vanguard, and at their apex of the V, Zaza Checkle. Her fur immobilized. And interestingly, after her long impact falling from the ocean on her back, the broken wrestling fin also just waves out in the water, giving her some kind of like ethereal frill. As you walk forward, Zaza, you find yourself in a kind of trance. You're just stepping forward over and over again into darkness with nothing but sand at your feet. Roll a perception check with disadvantage for me.
Sorry, 1 second.
No worries, take your time.
Perception check. Okay. Sorry. Oh my god, the first one's a nat 20. Second
What's the second one?
17.
17's good. That'll work. Far, far in the distance, shaking you out of this reverie for just a second, you hear something far away.
Went quiet, but I guess.
Oh, it was quiet? It was quiet?
I just heard a and then it was.
Okay. Let me try. Let me try one more time. We're gonna go for it again. Ready?
Yeah. Okay. Is it a whale?
So, fuck, it's so funny. Is the sound effect just falling
Dora.
over?
Dora the Explorer. Is it a whale?
What does that sound?
Oh, muted.
Now
George.
you are unheard.
It's weird because you're not muted on Zoom, but we
Zoom.
snap it up. Snap it up, buddy.
Oh, Dylan's gonna
Damn,
need to
snap it,
reconfigure
snap
some
it
stuff in
No,
a
it
minute.
has nothing to do with me.
No, I mean when George inevitably
Disconnects.
cancels his Zoom. Yeah.
New apartment, same technological issues.
Anyway, so there's this fucking whale somewhere.
You gotta.
What do we think? I
Luck
think the whale's
points.
name is Steve. What do you all think?
I like this as a guess. Steve
Hey,
the whale?
Steve the
What
whale.
are my luck points gonna do?
I'm gonna say Watson. Watson the whale.
Oh,
Ooh,
luck
that's
point.
nice.
Last
That's
time
nice,
I
that's
got
nice.
luck points from the whale, so maybe you'll get luck points from the whale.
Could be Steve. We still
Oh,
can't
I'm
hear you,
so
buddy.
sorry, George.
Does Zaza
But
need
your
more
face is
luck
very
points?
expressive.
Love
Yeah.
some luck points.
How many luck points can one Zaza have?
Either way, it's her choice.
Billy. Billy
So
the
we have
Beluga.
Watson. Maybe it's Steve Watson. Like that's the full name.
Ooh, I like Steve Watson.
Right?
That's like a super.
Can
Steve
his pal be
Watson?
named Sherlock?
That's like his brother.
Yeah.
Sherlock
We're gonna go to a
Watson.
break.
This is quality content. I don't know why
I don't
we
know
would.
why we would. Yeah, we're fucking killing it. This is what the people come here for.
Okay, so
baby.
Steve Watson.
gonna go on
He's
break,
looking
everyone.
for love.
I can't wait to go on break and see what George has in store for us. Just think about how good the sound effects George are gonna get when
Come
we
up
Yeah,
come
with
that
back.
would be so good. More
Coming
bugs.
Come
really
up with
soon.
whale names
More
in chat, everyone.
bugs.
Bye.
Coming your way, whales.
I set upon the ship at dawn. I wouldn't dare be late. Abilities were checked to see if I
Whistle Beacon! Whoa, we're back and my brain is leaking out of my fucking ears. Oh, God.
Hey, George, you want to hit us with that whale sound again?
Yeah, let's hear that whale sound and let's listen to how fucked George's sound has been for 65 episodes, shall we?
Go, it's gonna break the whole Zoom. I can't wait.
Zaza, you hear, far in the distance,
Wait.
Yay!
It's
That
like
was
we've never heard a
great.
sound effect in our life.
I feel like I can like breathe. That was gorgeous.
That's award winning.
The clicks
I
at
want
the
that to
end
be-
just.
I would like that to be my text tone.
oh,
It's so
sometimes you
long
learn
for
things
it.
later than you wish you
Yeah,
learned.
you
Okay?
get 4 in a row.
Oh boy. Zaza, it's not about me. It's not about my failure right now. Zaza. Far in the distance, something very, very large displaces the water. Your fin is how you feel it. Just kind of gets caught with a little bit of like an underwater wake that kind of, like a sail, tugs you. As you walk forward, is there anything you do in response to that movement in the distance, or do you get quiet and still?
I tap my ancestor. We all.
Slowly, it keeps moving around in a circle. Over and over again, you start to hear a more consistent and repeating whale call.
Help.
Over and over again. And as each one of those whale calls, you start to hear words within the calling. Sit down. The words are sit down.
Oh, it sounded like you said shit.
Take a shit, Natasha.
Roll a constitution.
Natasha has COVID.
You
I'm
said
here to tell you, you have to poo.
Oh man.
I learned my technique from the whales.
He's just swimming by.
Spend a bunch of time on the water.
I shouldn't have even tried to get this path going.
Are you listening to
Oh my
a
God.
whale mouth? It is a whole different thing.
Now you thought I was powerful.
Oh, that's so funny.
Across the map, I'm gonna have Zaga roll a Constitution save.
Yeah, make sure you don't shit those pants.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
man,
the rebel.
Didn't you also shit your pants because of the bean chili too?
Oh yeah, Natasha shit her pants. No, Zaza shit her
I didn't
pants.
shit my pants. I
Oh,
never.
there was
No,
a
remember when you
separate
ate the
issue with
spicy
someone
chili?
else. No, I just
At
had
Marty's?
indigestion, but I felt bad.
No, it was just indigestion.
No.
Zaza, I've lost control. Zaza. There's that fuzziness in your ears that there was before in the water with Boris, when that figure moved from far to near. It was as if you were looking into your own face, but in a sort of black and white static.
Oh yes. Okay.
Zaza. Zaza, can you hear me?
She says yes, and then like bubbles come out of her mouth, like.
There is little time. But you have made more than there would have been.
purpose. The purpose that we were always meant to carry out. You're a protector, Zaza, as we all have been. And there are tools that predators may use to take advantage of those unable to defend themselves. Those tools must be destroyed. You have already banished one such monstrous tool. I wish to give you the location of another. The mountains. She wants to move. It's coming for you.
Her presence, this voice, is rended free from your brain. Something bigger than the whale moving around you in a circle. There's some vicious movement in the water, a yelping that feels desperate. And then something very, very heavy begins to move through the sand towards you.
Bro, what the fuck? Okay. What the hell are we supposed to do? Okay. Can we like swim a little bit so we're not walking on the ground?
Yeah, you can totally swim, absolutely. You don't have a swim speed, but it's half your movement speed, which is 25, right?
I guess so. Oh wait, no, my move speed is 60. So 30.
60, so it's 30, so you basically have a regular running speed.
Yeah.
So you, oh my
60?
god.
Yeah.
You have, I can't believe that.
How the fuck did that happen?
Well, I have to change the tone of this because you are outstripping the thing behind you. As
And Zaza, leave.
you and your skeletons
Oh,
just
man.
both put a hand on your fur and you just start ripping through the water. The water, like, your bones and your like are the blood within you is running sand. So you just shift your weight in a manner like the sand throughout you that creates like a greater strength to the undulation with which you move through the water. The thing behind you begins to get further and further away, and you hear. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me as you start booking it the fuck out of here.
Oh god, a 12?
A wisdom saving throw? Okay, you are going to take... ...15 psychic damage.
Oh, that's so much.
And... Sorry, did I just cut out? Hello?
Nope. You're here?
15 seconds.
Okay, so 15 psychic damage, and in your mind, you hear a voice. Excuse me. Shout into your brain angrily.
She will not be forgiven. Tell her there is no taking back the pact we made all those eons ago. I will stop her.
You've only ever heard this voice one other time. Actually, I don't know that you have heard this voice. Oh, yo, you did hear one shouting bit of familiarity in the process of creating Akana's staff. Through the divine plane shouted the Father, calling out for the item's construction to be stopped. Whatever beast the Father has sent after you in the midst of the ocean is not fast enough to outstrip somebody with a walking speed equivalent I can't fucking believe what you just avoided. I had an encounter set up for Zaza. That is not happening because I gotta be faithful to the move
It
speed
never
of this
does.
thing.
It never. Nothing bad happens.
That
to
is
Zaza.
absolutely
One encounter.
bonkers. You swim forward towards where you hope Emporia will soon greet you. We are going to cut away from all of this for a moment and return now to the beautiful mountaintops of the Clay Peaks. It's especially quiet, especially because the storm has just been raging for weeks. It's almost become background noise. So the silence now is deafening. You're hearing your blood rush through your ears. The wind is not enough to stop you from feeling your heartbeat, where once you only felt the blasting of thunder reverberating in your rib cages. And Joey, cradled in Akana's arms, having just been revivified after the power word kill spell took her right out of the air, and having had a brief moment with her mother waiting for her in the divine plane. Akana.
I did want to do something and I forgot. As Joey comes to and Akana is holding her very much in like a familiar motherly way, she will lay on hands Joey 55 health points.
Oh, thanks.
Just like boosting her with all the love and health and everything that she would put into words in the form of this healing.
Akana, just so we all remember, watching Joey fall. And I know in the moment I referred to Akana as Kano. Because that's the first time you felt the connection back to your previous self. And all of your memories of Joey flood into you all at once. And you feel the connection that had not been there is fully restored. And it's like you're coming back after being gone for a long time.
As she's holding her, then Akano will kind of cradle onto Joey and just kind of whisper in her ear, I remember. Do I know everything?
Yeah.
I remember everything again.
And Joey just kind of like nuzzles in, and then I think probably starts to cry.
Zygo and Nesbit. Both of you stand atop the hill. You see Ender staring up into the sky after Scope, who has now disappeared high into the sky and flown away. He's beaten the ground in frustration and grief. And then he waves his hand along his long throat, because he is, remember, an ostrich. And says to you, I'm so sorry. He casts tongues on himself. As the party regathers themselves and stands up, and everybody sort of comes together quietly around Ender, whether it's on a kneeling position or cradling their weapons standing towards the rear, everybody's clearly, without even words, Ender knows an explanation is now due.
I will say also, just for color of what this image looks like. The last spell that Zygo cast was Summon Draconic Spirit, so a huge void butterfly is currently standing over top of the party.
That's right. The
Just
void
sort of like-
butterfly.
yeah.
Just ethereally just flapping these starry wings. Is just in the corner. And in the light of this artificial starlight and the beautiful sun overhead, creating sort of like a light blue-orange contrast on Ender's face, he explains. A long time ago, I was born with powers. Magic that was innate. I am not from here. I am from a small island that referred to as the Isle of Grief. Its true name was lost long ago. The Emporian Armada made sure of that. I came here sheltered from them on a mission when I came of age. To destroy this place. And hence destroy the source of our suffering. And I found a way to do it. Scrolls that I discovered in a forgotten temple detailing a way to bring forth a being of such immense strength that the earth would crack and the sky would darken and the fields would flood. And I almost did it. I brought forth one of them. And I created a storm that almost drowned the land. And then I was stopped. A priest. Breathed in holy light. And he was surrounded by mages, people with powers like myself. I had never seen that. I was the only one on the Isle of Grief who'd ever exhibited any kind of talent of that nature, and I saw in all of these people something familiar. My hatred died. They convinced me to stop and send the creature back to where it had come from. And then they took me in. And I was one of them. And I learned. And I made relationships with other magicians for the first time. And one teacher who had paid me such great attention. Scope. He looks up into the sky at this. His expression hardens and the rage grits in his beak. He would teach me after hours sometimes. He said I had abilities like he'd never seen. And that he wanted to help me control them. And then he just flashes that image of Scope. Having just essentially necrotically disintegrated his entire class of peers. And disabling Ender, who had tried to flee the spell's circle. And then there's a foggier memory of a almost unconscious Ender being restrained, manacled, some blurry talking, Scope referring to Ender, only catching a few barest hints. He is responsible for the death of all of his classmates and is a danger to us all. Ender is unable to speak in his own defense, and he feels himself being pushed, lowered into a state of non-being. And in this same memory, there is him emerging from the case, looking upon all of you. a flash of Akana trying to reach out to him on the boat's edge, beak gridded, staring at the mountains. And I resolved to finish what I started. This land is full of betrayers, hateful monsters. He looks down, breaks. Everyone I know is dead. 40 years. And he was waiting for me when I got here. A memory of Scope. Waiting as Ender once again activates the summoning. Looks up in shock to see Scope across from him, smiling and mimicking his pattern, greater invisibility fading. The summoning spell is much more powerful than Ender anticipated, and two beings tear forth. Ender realizes that it's been a trick all along, and turns his beast on Scopes. It takes all their might. They fight in a cave for weeks, too afraid to risk going outside and being struck by lightning, losing concentration. And Ender's goal becomes to kill Scope, and Scope's goal becomes to control both creatures. And then you all show up. Ender stands up, having recounted his tale of woe. I'm told that there's been a great purge of magicians in this land. Is that true?
It is ongoing. But yes.
I worry that I am responsible for spurring such a thing on. Proves that magic is not good nor evil, it is only an amplifier of what is within. And I have done such terrible things with my gifts. If you wanted to strike me down now, I would not resist.
It's Scope's fault. It's not yours.
The reason that Scope kept you alive, you believe it was just as a scapegoat? Was the knowledge that you would do this again and he could take control? What
I
do you
don't
believe?
know. I don't know.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The reason you came here was for revenge.
I had intended to destroy this place as I had originally.
Mm-hmm.
And then
How
I
does that
saw
make you better?
him, and my objective changed.
How does that make you better than those that destroyed your home?
They did it first. Are we to simply sit and wait for them to finish? I'm sure they've done the job by now.
You change it. You don't copy. That just continues the cycle. And now what you've done is you've created a storm that's disrupted the lives of thousands, and you're not touching the people that destroyed your home. You're touching the people that are living in the areas that are most affected. You're affecting the poor. You're affecting families, children. That's what you're doing. The only thing you're doing to the ones who destroyed your home is proving to be a minor inconvenience. They're all fine. You reacted like a child.
At first, Ender looks as though he's going to retort and begin defending himself. And instead, he breaks all at once and begins to sob on the ground.
George, just from a look, how old is Ender?
Early 20s.
He's been that way for a long time. So George, in that story, just so I'm aware, so he summoned an aspect of, like, what we've been told is he summoned an aspect of the brother with, like, no knowledge, no study.
He found scrolls in a forgotten temple.
He found scrolls in a forgotten temple. Okay.
And he learned, like, he was already powerful, and then went to the school and learned more.
He would have clarified that the scrolls specifically were denoting how the spell would be performed and the location of the altars that needed to be, like, repaired in order to do so. So he prepped the altars that were hidden on a map that he found, and from there went to the central platform, which happens to be in the center of this plateau, which he moves clay with his feet, and you see a stone circle. Massive altar. Just like a pedestal, as if you're stepping up on, like, just this 40-foot radius slab of perfectly carved stone.
Nesbit just continues to kind of, probably uncomfortably, but just walk around Ender, a little too close, just looking him up and down, while Akana is berating and just continues to kind of get ever closer, just looking. So, that day, the day you were imprisoned was, for you, weeks ago?
The sobs increase in intensity in the affirmative. This is all still pretty fresh for him.
How does he look health-wise?
He hasn't eaten in weeks.
Yeah, okay. I have other things I can, like, say to him if anyone, just like in case anyone else wants to do anything, or else I can.
I will say, just to remind the party of what lies ahead of us in case we have any kind of feelings of urgency, Briny is still waiting to meet you all outside of Port Sal. He has gathered as many supplies as he needs. He's planning to meet you outside. Whether you go back to Port Sal to collect Henry and Zaza is up to you. I will say the party is not aware of anything that has happened thus far in terms of, like, what is at Port Sal. In terms of what you guys think is there, Briny's probably not there anymore. Zaza's hopefully waiting for you back at your room. And Captain Marin probably needs to be caught up to speed based on the fact that you took care of it.
And possibly Briny has started papering flyers of rebellion around the street.
Briny, on his way out, was instructed to post Stargazer's rebellions. I'm gonna roll a luck check right now.
Didn't he say he had like basically a cannon to like them into the
No,
city?
he
Yeah,
t-shirt
sure
cannoned them out
Yeah.
into the
Yeah,
city.
yeah.
No, the spreading. I'll give you some meta knowledge that has happened. What I'm now going to see is how it was received.
Okay.
Oh.
And we also did have the knowledge that, like,
George just rolled.
What
something.
did you do? Which side?
Yeah, it was either real bad or real
Or
good.
real good. What is it?
I'm telling you right now, it was one of the two numbers you think
Yep.
it is.
Yep.
Oh no.
Insane.
In what way, George?
what way?
We'll find
Insane.
out.
No, there's no way
I
we get to
really
know that.
thought to myself, wouldn't it be funny if it was what showed up?
Incredible.
That was I love that die for that reason. That's
there was at least the sense of urgency that we did know that, like, the reason we were leaving so fast was because we felt like Boris was coming in. So we at least have
yes.
that.
Yes.
We don't
oh yeah.
know- we don't know it
feel,
happened,
You
but
feel a
we
little bit of
had-
heat on you for sure. Mhm.
I will say also, I have no way of getting us all back there unless we spend a night on a long rest. Like,
Yeah.
I'm tapped on spells for the most part.
I think that was also sort of factored in. You guys previously kind of knew that was going to be the case. I think.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And you've been out here for a day or two.
Right.
I think we've had one rest because we had to deal with Tash and then
Mhm.
immediately.
You guys took a
this.
long rest and have yeah.
But yeah, no. If you wanted to say anything to him, I don't have anything else.
Okay. Should I just refer to myself as a Cano now? Does that sound like is that
can
the
refer
most
to
accurate?
however you
I am
want.
not the boss of your name.
Okay.
That's your call.
Sure. Or I no. Oh God. Okay. Whatever. Akana just goes.
Akana can be having a bit of an identity crisis with all of these new memories that have just exploded into
Yeah.
her brain. I think that's fair. I think even if you're like, this is Kano talking, maybe there's even just like a little bit of like, if you dip into it, you feel more like yourself. It's sort of a, you know?
Yeah. It's just for branding wise, you don't want to like change the name too much, you know, right?
What will
For all
people
the
put on the
branding we're doing.
t-shirts?
Yeah. What are we gonna do?
Gives us
Akana
additions,
goes-
baby. We could sell 3 versions of the Kano shirt, baby.
Yeah,
Let's go.
that's true. That's true.
Collectors, yeah, money, corporate, capital.
Akano goes over because at the end of the day, she is a mother, and she is
The mother.
she wants to help. And she'll, as she's crouching down by him, every single person has potential. Some of us have magical potential, and with that comes the ability to do good and to help and to be bad. And sometimes the difference isn't who you are, but it's just not knowing how to do one or the other. I may not agree with how you've gone about things, but that doesn't make you a bad person. But after today, how do you move forward is up to you. You can help those that you've hurt, or those that have been hurt by the same people, and you can learn from this. And it seems like you're smart, and I sincerely hope that you do learn from this. And she'll just gently pat his back, and I don't have much to give, but I will give him 4 hit points.
Roll a persuasion check for me.
Okay. Oh, my persuasion's really good.
Last words, man.
The stick. 30.
Not famous last words, man.
30. Ender looks up into your eyes with hope. Having sobbed most of his rage and feeling something about your presence, he looks up into your eyes. I'm going to make an insight check for him right now. The light in your eyes. It's the same color as the priest. I hear you. I will do better.
You can. You can do so much good.
He, as that exchange happens, one moment, he retreats back into his cave, and comes back with a bundle, and puts the bundle down on the ground. And unfurling out of the bundle are little wooden wands. 15 of them. These are the wands of my friends. I retrieved them from where they were buried to create something that would, as a last resort, stop those who were attempting to stop me, but I never had the time to construct it, and now it seems silly to do so. But if anyone would have any use from these, perhaps you would. They are all +1 arcane focuses infused with different spells.
Oh. Joey
They
picks
all
up
have
7.
Charges of individual spells.
What does this mean?
He hands you the wands of his fallen classmates, which he had intended to strip down and create some sort of arcane weapon from. He never had the time to do so. And so these are just unique arcane magic items that he is offering to you because he no longer has a desire to create basically what he informs you is like an arcane bomb.
And each one is it's only one spell?
They all are +1 arcane focuses with recharging, like they recharge at dawn to have like free casts of a spell in them.
And we could find that out through like an arcana.
Yeah, you could just go back and spend some time with them and identify them, or test them out if you had some time. Absolutely.
Okay.
He just offers you this, and then as he lays it down on the ground and says, "I have something else to seek out. Am I to be arrested, or am I free to go?"
You know, the school is still somewhere here.
He shakes his head. "I'm not going back there."
Where are you going?
Something the scrolls mentioned. Something less drastic. But if you ever need me, here. He asks for your arm, Akana.
Insight?
Yeah, go ahead. Absolutely.
21.
He is very carefully asking for your arm, and you see a small magical effect twinkling over 2 of his feathered hands. Looks like a glyph spell is readying at his hands.
What's a glyph spell?
Like a spell
Precious?
that is like it recharges. Or, no, excuse me, not, it's a spell that like you can expend. Like by activating the glyph, it'll cast a spell.
Oh. Okay, Icana offers her own.
He inscribes a sending spell on your wrist. If you ever need assistance of any kind, I owe you many debts several times over. I will not forget this. I've fallen victim to the thing that my teachers warned me of. My good teachers.
I can't help but think what would have been different if you had opened up to us a bit more on the boat. Don't
I
be
will
afraid.
regret that for a long time.
Don't be afraid to ask for help. There are still good people out there.
Riding that 30 persuasion check, he gives you like a loyal nod. And then he
Before he takes off, if that's what he's about to do.
is about to take off.
He can't fly though,
He has magic.
which you said.
Zygo's gonna just grab his arm and try to position himself so that the rest of the group can't hear him. And just say, forgive me for asking for something so selfish in a moment of something greater than myself. But you are the most powerful magic user that I have met. You do not happen to have any sort of restorative magic, do you? I know it is a long shot, but
Oh man, Gabe. I'm gonna check.
I assume the answer is no, but Zygo would ask.
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna do my diligence. Wow.
That's so cool.
What do you need restored? Is it?
Something was taken from me. And the powers that are beyond my control have given me blessings to work around it, but it...
Okay. He looks at you, puts a finger to your eyes, just like not like hovering over them.
Sticks his fingers in.
He just fully pokes your eyes. I'm sorry, this is beyond me.
I understand. I hope that you find what you are looking for. And if you feel us looking for you, let us find you.
And he silently.
Can I roll an insight check on
Nesbit.
his? Oh,
Go first.
Yep. Go ahead. Insight check
I just
on-
want to roll an insight check on his like whatever I'm gonna do with this other temple thing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. 15.
It looks like he's just after something less foolish now.
Okay.
Giving up this huge destructive option, right? So we have to assume that's less
Yeah.
of what he's going for.
Nesbit just ruminating on his own, like he does for moments, just kind of bursts forward just as he's about to leave. Just sorry, you were on my boat, and anyone who is on my boat is important to me. So I have to ask you one question, and then you can leave. Does the wind speak to you? the rain ever call your name?
No, I hear nothing.
And never once a distant sound of thunder has called you towards it.
I have not been called forth by a storm. I've done the opposite.
All right. George, can I make a religion check?
What are you trying to discern?
Is he chosen?
Go ahead.
Can he get advantage because
Yeah.
I'm there? I don't know.
Sure.
I want to know if he's chosen by the brother.
Okay.
That's what Nesbit wants to know.
Oh,
Babe, I want a
that's
gif of
really
that face that you
interesting.
just made.
Advantage, thank God for that.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah. What is my religion? 19.
Wind kicks up as you make this check.
19.
The wind rushes forward as you look at him. It blows his fur back. He is oblivious, and you see the wind ruffling his feathers, and in your ears, on the whistling of the wind.
It's freedom he desires. Freedom.
You and I are not meant to wield the powers of nature, and you did so recklessly. You know this, and you will understand the full weight of that as the days come forward, and it will be crushing, and you will be sad, but you found these scrolls in an abandoned temple, and you could read them, and you could summon forth the power of the wind and the rain. I don't know what that means. All I know is that the wind is with you, Ender, and so when I say do better, I mean it. You are on my boat and you are a member of my colony. Do better with what you have. The best is yet to come.
I understand. I will do better. And he turns around, ends tongues. Goodbye, Akana understands. Casts the spell Fly on himself, and the ostrich gently shoots off. We fade from this scene for just a moment. Just for the splittest of seconds, just to get a little bit of what Natasha is doing for the moment. Natasha, at the very, very bottom of the ocean.
Besides outstripping a conflict.
The father's voice in your head having receded, the presence gone. You hear the voice once again.
Are you there? Can you hear me? What happened here must be told. We have witnessed a place of great evil, where the cycle of life itself is being disrupted. It is time you saw where we came from, Zaza.
Zaza, the entire ocean floor goes black and white all around you. And you see a gleaming mountaintop, clouds descending just over the mist of it. And as the top disappears in the mist, there is a blue arcing energy of a very similar quality of every time you cast this Ancestral Guardian's ability. And from that, appearing and materializing out of thin air, is a 9-foot tall hyena with an axe 10 feet long, slung over her shoulder. Sprinting down a hilltop, you turn around and see over desecrated, destroyed land, horrifying demons, very much like the ones that weeks ago, I don't believe Natasha was here for this, but our party would recognize them as the same demons summoned by Rabitabar to aid him. Insectoid, chittering, pike-wielding fiends rip towards the celestial being known as Zaza that has come down to smite them back to the hellish plains from whence they came. And in the final battle between the biggest such creature, a curse is laid upon her as the final blow is struck. However, in the midst of Zaza succumbing to this wound, in a moment of inspiration, she is able to swing forth the axe with a single hand and decapitate the demon, but not before the curse takes hold. Her bloodline is sent hurtling towards a curse that will end it permanently, and has bound her to the earth, destroying the celestial nature within her.
You are the bearer of this curse now, the culmination of it. You are the end of our line.
Is there anything you say in response? I think we can't hear you, Natasha. Hello?
Hear me?
Yes, now we can.
There you are.
Sorry, I'm so congested.
No problem, you're fine.
So I'm the end. Yeah. Why? Yeah, I guess. Why am I the end?
In undeath, there will be no more of us. You are the final. Our line is ended, but in a way that has kept us here for all of eternity. There will be no return home for you, but while you are cursed here, we will have work to do. We will not wallow.
Thanks.
Before you, there is a shimmering image that appears like a necklace. A necklace appears just like in front of you, sort of like a holographic image, like just turning in a 360-degree little circle.
This is what must be destroyed next. Or else, everything you love will be gone. Torn apart by falling stone.
this necklace swirls, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
I guess I'm really confused. And this would be really sad for Zaza, because ancestors are so important to her, and like if she's the last, and also like what happens to Yaya? Like what?
I know. Well, Yaya's your older sister, correct?
Yeah. Or younger. She's
Younger sister?
Yeah.
Maybe she's not your full sister.
Yaya. Okay. Yeah. I rolled a 15.
15. You see a chest underneath the necklace. Sort of hard to discern, but they seem to be a Gillish person wearing the necklace. As you've trudged and swam, the water's gotten a little less dark, so you're sort of looking at this strange image, and then very faintly in the illusion that you're trying to see into, the image that's being given to you, above the necklace, a little light suddenly bright above your face, as if something is just dangling in place. Roll a nature check for me.
Nature, okay. Oh, no. I botched.
Okay. Unsure of what this light is attached to, and as you focus on it, the image disappears.
Shoot.
Find your friends. They will lead you to what must be destroyed. But be warned, the path before you is perilous, and victory is all but assured.
Wait! Is this my trial?
The trials have ended, Zaza. You are who you were always meant to be. You are
I love it.
disappointed in this.
And I'm not.
What saddens you?
I want to go back to my family. And I want to have a family after me.
What you seek is a cure from your curse. I have never found such a thing. But who's to say? As for your family, I am sorry to be the bearer of such terrible news. Masangu is no longer safe. And your family is no longer there. But worry not. We will get them back. But in order to save them, we must first save everyone. And the path leads here.
And the attention is once again drawn to that shimmering image of a necklace, the pendant of which is a dark black jellyfish.
Can my ancestors see this? Do they see what's going on?
You look back at your ancestors, and both of their eyes have turned purple instead of red, and have gone sort of like frozen dormant.
Oh, that's scary. Okay.
Energy is like sapping from them into the vision in front of you, like they're channeling the magic.
Okay. Very interesting. Okay.
Zaza.
Am I able to talk with you later?
Me?
I mean, am
Absolutely.
I able to channel this person later?
Oh, are you trying to talk? Oh, you're speaking to her. Can I talk to you later?
Yeah.
I will be here as long as you need me. The connection has been made, and it cannot be unmade.
What's your name?
It's Zaza. Zaza.
Cool.
Zaza continues her long swim back to the top of the stark mountains, now kissed by sunlight. Let us return to our the rest of our party. What is it we are underway doing? Are we setting up camp for the night?
I think we have to.
Mhm.
Any chance we have of getting back
Taking
with any kind
a
of speed.
long rest.
You can even take it in the middle of the day, as you can journey into Ender's Cave atop this place and fortify quite easily. It's a pretty safe looking.
Can we go into Scope's cave?
Yeah, sure you
Can
can.
Joey pick up all of the wands?
No.
Every adult in the room would not let Joey pick up all
No.
Akana,
3 of the wands?
when
We're
you
gonna
peek,
test out the one.
when you peek into Scope's cave, the wall-to-wall, floor-to-ceiling is covered in inscribed runes, most of which, in a very consistent square tile pattern, there is a big fat eye. Just layered in such a way that the nonsense patterns within start to have a structure because you're just seeing the perfect squares delineated. Roll an Arcana check. This is a very difficult check. You want to go in there and do it as well?
Zygo, you want to come in here?
Yes,
Zygo.
I'm coming.
If you'd like, Zygo can make the Arcana check with advantage. Akana can
Yeah.
help Zygo.
Can I make it? I wouldn't make it. I give my dice to
Yeah,
Zygo.
you help action Zygo 100%. Yeah.
What do you make of all this, hey?
25. What do I make?
25 is the DC.
Woo!
That's hilarious. 25. It takes you 10 minutes to discern that this is an extremely advanced domination spell, but also has elements of polymorph in there. It's a ancient looking spell that is old, magic is cast using verbal components, somatic components, and material components. And a long, long time ago, there were other components used for spells that were a little bit less tangible. And this uses such elements, which is literally raw energy from a different plane. In this case, a divine one.
Jesus.
It's a very, very ancient spell.
Zygo will explain that to Akana, and then we'll start to. Before we left, Zygo got everything he would need to fashion the camera that he saw Slim Tongue using. Can he try to create that now? Because it seems like there's a very good reason to take a.
You're gonna try to recreate the camera?
Yeah.
Okay, do you
have
have
+2 lens crafters kit that you gave me?
Nutty, that's right. Okay. So, my question is, what are you making the camera box out of?
That's a great question, George. That's a really, really good question.
The main case for the camera, what is it?
Yeah, no, I hear you. Well, I have lots of maps and scrolls. I have a mess kit. I have.
What about my lockbox kit? If I emptied it?
What kind of material?
Oh, use the box for the kit? Sure.
Yeah.
I would take that, sure.
Great. Yeah, you get a little box with a latch on it that if you close you could actually open it and close it. So this probably works quite well.
Thanks,
Great.
sir.
Joey comes in and provides the case. Do you have a crystal on you?
I do. I have many.
Okay, so you have a crystal. Go ahead and make a check with the Lenscrafter's kits using your dexterity and the Lenscrafter bonus to take some time and do a little crystal carving during your rest.
Come on,
I'll
baby.
stay nearby in case you need to make a save.
15.
15. You get a crude but correctly, sort of scratchy and foggy, but the lens is the right shape. And now there is the element of the extremely advanced tinkering and mechanical stuff that you, through using your tremor sense, were able to get quite a thorough look at just by holding it in your hands. So, I want you to roll an Arcana check, just to see how well you remember the exact construction of these devices.
Did he nat 20 the check on the camera, like way back when?
I cannot remember, but...
I think I did, but it's okay because I just rolled a 29 Arcana check.
Okay. You 100% are able to pull back from that knowledge and recall how it was constructed. What are you going to use to create the tons of tiny gears and apparatus? The Lockpicker's Toolkit have lots of small pieces of metal. If you're willing to get rid of that kit, Igo could repurpose it potentially. That's the funniest reaction of all time.
That was the funniest face I've ever
Well,
seen.
I get to repurpose it. It's a useful kit.
I hear you. I don't know if I have. I mean, I have.
This is a magic time camera, Jackie.
I have a.
And we come across a lot of blocks.
I
No,
have
it's okay.
navigator. I have like navigator's tools.
You
like,
can use my
I
lock
would
stuff
imagine
as long as you give it back.
Like things that would chart made of metal, things that could draw. Does navigator's tools explicitly say there's anything about?
We also go to lots of cities, Jackie, and we can definitely try
Okay,
to
fine,
buy...
fine. Joey will stop being selfish, though she would probably
I
be a
can
little
maybe
bit
use the
selfish about this.
navigator's tools. I don't know if that would work. There's definitely metal in them. I have to assume things like where you like place a thing and draw circles, there's a word for that, and I don't remember what it is.
Compass.
No.
No, that actually is called a compass.
It is.
No, I'm sure there is also a compass in there. I feel like between the compass.
You talking about a protractor?
Yes.
That is exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Between the compass and the protractor and all that kind of stuff, I feel like maybe there's enough metal, and if not, I'll take Joey's kit.
Okay. Go ahead and make a. This is going to be a. Do you have Tinker tools?
No.
Okay, so this is going to be just. This is just going to be. What ability score would you like to make for this? Arcana?
Yeah, sure. Arcana works. Yeah.
Well, you've already made Arcana to perfectly get what it looks like, right? So this is just a. I think this has got to be a dexterity check, and if you don't have
do you want,
proficiency
like,
in
a
the tool,
sleight
I think
of
it's.
hand kind of a thing.
I think it's just dex. I don't think
Just
it's sleight
dex?
of hand.
Done.
Yeah.
+2 for the lens crafting kit.
+2 for the lens crafting kit. Yeah, for the yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
It's relevant.
I will take it.
You can do it, Zygo. Does he get advantage now?
What'd you get?
I got a 17.
Honestly, guys, we're all like huddled around Zygo doing this. You can give him advantage as the help action. Yeah, you guys can all just like be handing him tools as he needs them.
It never hurts to.
A 17. You construct a shitty camera, but it functions. And as you like place it around, you get like somebody to cast a light spell, and you get like a foggy. It's sort of the only stone that you have is clay to use for the imprint, because it literally lasered the image into a stone. So you get like 10 fragile pictures that are like recently dried clay in slabs that kind of get like open lasered in. And you can make out some general symbology that you could reference and explain. But you do get some physical images.
And I would, this is science, would like heating the clay images make them any sturdier? Like if I was to like produce flame and like hold a flame to them.
Produce flame, roll an Arcana check. You want a 15 or higher?
That would be a nat 1.
You do that, and you, as an experiment, you burn through and shatter one of the images. You
Cool.
know,
Okay, sorry, that was bad choice. That was on me. I'm so sorry. Alright. Cool. Okay, I'll take.
But you get several. You get several images.
Some images of spells so far beyond my ken, it's insane. Cool. I'll take them.
Amazing. You grab those images. Anybody else want to do anything before our long rest?
Yeah, can I roll a religion check on the... After Zygo described it, a religion check on the...
And Go ahead and roll a
Spell.
religion check. And Joey, would you want to do?
Joey is gonna go and find Nesbit.
Great. So you walk away to find Nesbit. Akana, what was that
28.
religion check? 28.
I don't know if
No
any new
religious symbology whatsoever, but go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
info. Well, all right. That would have gone off the table. 24.
For no reason in particular, you just get this sinking feeling in your stomach, and you remember a time long ago, it seems, almost like it seems like thousands of years ago, but it was probably only a few years ago, of you drunk on wine
We've all been there.
and holding black water pooling in your hands and letting it drip off.
Oh my god.
And then
The figure?
a figure walking past you. Definitely not an owl.
Okay. It was about to happen.
Definitely not an owl. But there's just something intuitive and religious that you like look at all this imagery and that memory resurfaces for some reason.
Now that I am me and not Kano connecting these dots, can I try to remember that figure more?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, oh god. It's Ender. No, I'm kidding. No, because wisdom saving. Here we go. 24 again.
Not only can you not see that figure, but when you try to see that figure, you take 25 psychic damage.
What the what?
God, I short rested.
Hmm.
What was
Damn.
the DC?
What the what?
You
Hannah
succeeded
like
the
shakes her
DC.
head. I succeeded the DC.
Wow.
Don't think about him.
Don't think about this guy.
Wow.
Oh man.
Don't do that.
Oh, but all I want you now is just do that.
If you die, we can't help you.
I think that's a good time to take a break as our long rest begins. Before we get to the long rest, we will come up on Joey and Nesbit's conversation and then transfer to the next day. We'll stick around. We'll be back in 5 or 6 minutes.
Wow.
I set upon the ship at dawn. I wouldn't dare be late. Abilities were checked to see
And we're back. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. We return back in the mountaintops. Joey leaves the cave in which Zygo is. There's flashing light as and little like sounds of searing as the camera carves images into stone, badly constructed. Every once in a while, Akana, who is standing by, grunts as she is blinded. Zygo is not affected by that.
Is something wrong? Again, what are you doing?
God, everything's dark. Oh, it's awful.
That must be so hard for you. It must be so hard for you.
And
don't do it again.
Joey, you walk up to Nesbit, staring wistfully after where Ender would have departed, busying himself around the camp that you have constructed sort of at the edge of the cave as well.
So Joey's been just kind of quiet because she's been thinking about what her mom said to her. And then she kind of heard those words reflected in what Akano said to Ender. So she comes up to Nesbit and just sort of stands next to him. I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Sorry for what, Grubchild?
I think that there's some stuff I used to have that I maybe lost along the way. I wanna do the right thing.
Oh, right. Joey, did I ever tell you how I met Zygo? He found me dying on the side of the road. Because I was trying to do the right thing. At least, I thought that for a long time. I hunted those who were hurting the woods. Eventually they got better at fighting back. I just mean to say, Grubchild, I don't know what the right thing is. Whenever I say anything to you, don't ever think that I am saying that I think there's a right thing. I care about you. Ender thought they were doing the right thing. Opal thought she was doing the right thing. I'm sorry. I just got upset. You'll forgive me again if I ask you a question. Why did you kill Tash?
I was angry.
Mm.
I still am. But I just want to make her proud, you know?
Mm-hmm. And would killing people make her proud? And this is a genuine question. I thought that that would be what would make my parents proud as well. I did a lot of killing while angry. It was pretty much my entire childhood, which is why I was, like I said, angry.
No.
Hmm.
No.
Joey, a long time ago, I said to you all, I asked you if you had ever killed. And you had all said, pretty much no. And I vowed to protect you from that and said that I would be the one to do it for you. I think I should have explained why better. And also I should explain that at the time when I said it, it wasn't completely selfless.
You can't protect us from everything. But I'm learning the ways to do things. And that was wrong, and I'm sorry for that.
I accept your apology, Grubchild. I just want you to think. And this one I want you to think hard about. I think that it was right, personally, that Tash is dead. I was going to do it. When I asked why did you kill Tash, it was asking why did you kill Tash, and you answered. Tash would have been dead regardless. So, when I ask you this question, I hope you'll be honest with me. If Boris Niles dies, and you're not the one to do it, what then?
Boris Niles could kill me, and I wouldn't care, as long as I went down fighting. And that's it.
Joey, make an Arcana check.
Do I have help on that?
No.
Sure. Damn it. 6.
6? Okay, never mind. Keep going. You grip your hands tight in anger and feel the ring around your finger. Just gripped into your skin. Your mother is with you. And though she didn't want this for you, there's business that's yours now, and it needs to be finished. And your mother was a fighter, and so were you. And there'll be a time to put this all down.
And Joey kind of feels that, and she feels that in her hand. And she looks at Nesbit and she says, but I'll see it through to whatever end that means. And then she walks away.
The night is long and cold and passes by quickly thanks to exhaustion. And when our long rest is completed...
Hey, George.
Uh-huh.
Before Akano goes off to bed, she wants to try to remember her son's name.
Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
29.
What was your son's name?
Oh no. Oh, I pick? Okay. Oh, I was not ready for
that's
that.
great.
Okay.
And Hannah,
Uh-huh.
when you know, Akana knows. So if you need to take some time to think about it to represent you, Akana searching.
Says name him Monty.
Your choice.
Weird choice.
Weird choice. Oh my, that's my husband's name for context. Okay. Okay.
You can keep that knowledge private, or you can share it with somebody once you figure out what that name is.
Okay.
But over the course of the night, after a lot of intense meditation, you finally do pull it. When the long rest is concluded, it's early morning, pre-sunrise. About 3 a.m. now. Spell slots are restored, HP is restored, conditions are fixed. Sven, who has been sitting by sort of silently recovering from quite a lot of wounds, excitedly moves over. And just for a second, puts a hand in his pocket, and a little bit of ink is on his finger. And he does like a little black line underneath the entrance of the cave, where all of the runes are inscribed. And as he like focuses for a second, the black line becomes negative space. The whole cave crumbles in on itself and caves in. And Sven looks at all of you.
Can sometimes just help out for you, our little one. Yeah. All right. Is there anywhere specifically that we would like to return? I feel like to try to return to Ronnie's workshop will do us no good.
What was the plan again?
Collect Bryony from the outskirts of Port Sow and somehow get in contact with Captain Marin. And tell her that the Forever Storm has been taken care of. And if you want to, follow through on the favor she owes you now.
Yeah.
Were there any, do I remember any trees or anything around Marin's sort of outlook?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think like it would probably speak for itself that we got the job done, because it would have stopped.
The whole storm did immediately stop.
Yeah, but we do want to like tell her what was that, like there is no school of mages, and like.
Is there no school? I thought there was a school, and that was the. We didn't go to the school.
The school that you saw does not exist anymore. But there was mention from Byron about an academy in the mountains.
Right. We just didn't go there. I thought that's the whole reason why.
It kind of got glossed over because he went, oh, never mind, I didn't say nothing. And then we just never returned to it because it didn't become relevant. But
Wasn't
that
what
was like
Marin
said
said?
out loud.
She was
Captain
like,
Marin does know of a bunch of mages who have asked for help in the mountains.
That
because
was
of what's
part of
happening.
why.
That was part of it.
It is part of why you're here, yeah.
Do we want to
try to make contact with mages? Is that what you're trying to do?
Before we go back?
Yeah, I mean that's why we came out here.
I think so too.
Do we know vaguely where it is?
Can we have experimented with the wand? Sorry, so many things. But could we
yeah,
have
so
determined
let's.
what the wands did?
I will send you guys the full array of the wands. They are all like first level spell infused wands, so nothing that's
Okay.
gonna like blow your brains at the moment. But
One of them's a wish
you know,
spell.
I'll tell you what they are potentially good for. Even though you guys have extremely powerful items, friends of yours may not.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, having a wand with a spell stored in somewhere might just be the thing that makes the difference for a PC or an NPC without any class levels.
For real.
All I saw on Jackie's face was, I'm taking a fucking wand.
Joey has 3.
No, she does
we,
not.
we
We didn't give you any.
Joey has 10.
And Joey is
They're
all
just
of them.
regular sticks.
So,
2.
I'm gonna say this right now. As soon as the thought occurs to you to like make contact with the mage school before you leave in the early morning, there is a scrabbling as a figure gets up top of the plateau in sort of like a hooded cloak, immediately puts hands up. Hello? Very slowly moving. A sloth slowly walks towards all of you. Oh, hey. Isn't that something? Looking directly at Nesbit.
Insight check.
He says, snitches get stitches. Nesbit,
Maybe
go
now
ahead and make
insight
a
check.
history check.
Okay. History?
Yep.
15.
15, you do not know who this guy is.
Okay.
Sloth
Thank God.
just...
I thought Dylan, had forgotten. Like, you know.
You don't
No, we
remember me?
definitely.
No,
we've
I know.
met.
No, we
Oh.
have met. Yeah.
I don't. Can we all make checkity?
Only Nesbit would be able to make this check as the sloth stumbles forward, pulls off his hood. Brickton, there was a terrible fire.
Right.
Way back
Mhm.
in
Yeah,
session
now-
2.
Now I'm remembering. Yeah, the sloth.
Nesbit saved a sloth,
Yes, the old man.
bedridden, from fire. And as they
Oh.
crashed
In that
out
burning
onto
building,
the
that's right.
house,
That was when
Out the
I
fucking
died
window
the
or
he
something.
first
cast a
time.
healing spell on Nesbit
Mhm.
and said, snitches get stitches.
Yes.
And
yes.
then
And
walked
ran
off.
away.
Yeah. Yes.
Jesus.
I thought for a moment that I had somehow
Wow.
broken that pact, was what I was worried
Mhm.
about. That's why I said
Mm-mm.
What
Dylan was
a
worried that I had broken
callback.
that
No, he was
word.
just saying,
Yeah.
that's what I said to
Yeah,
you the last
okay,
time I
okay,
saw
I
you.
was like, yeah, I
Stitches
know,
get
but I
stitches,
didn't.
And then he has power
yeah,
word
I didn't
kill.
say shit. Nesbit's like, I didn't say fucking shit. What are you talking about?
That
Um,
is so cool.
But yeah, no,
Oh,
I think even
right.
Nesbit after all this time would be like, right.
Don't worry, everyone. It would seem the captain received our message, and we have only great thanks for you. My name is Harold.
Hi, Harold.
Hello. I'm unfamiliar with the rest of you, but you I remember quite well.
Right.
It's a good egg, this one.
Right.
The best.
A member of the colony. I saved them. Did you even know? I don't know. It was a back alley, burning building, explosion.
Yes, you remember. You remember.
Brickton, fire, naked, clothes.
Oh well, we don't have to remember everything out loud.
Ran away.
I mean, to be fair, it's summer. It's hot. I don't know. Listen,
Heal.
we're getting off track.
No,
We're getting so far off track.
You didn't heal me.
I did.
No.
We're doing a yes.
The jig is
you,
up.
you
I
saved me,
think we got
and that
shit.
was all that happened. And no one was naked. Let's talk about something else. I just want to say, first of all, we saw what happened from a safe distance. We are clearly outclassed by your unbelievable prowess. Were you flying in the air, young one?
Oh, who, me?
Right up in
Yeah.
front of the thing.
Joey then
Incredible
instantly
motion.
flies, happy to
was-
show off.
Look at that!
Joey.
Look at that! Very nice.
Joey does a little flip in the air.
I do not know these people.
And you, sir, are you? I see that you are oriented towards me in a way that would imply you do know my exact location. How are you doing such a thing?
Echolocation.
Fascinating.
My father
And
was
you,
it.
large miss with that beautiful staff. My goodness, that is an immensely powerful artifact, isn't it?
Thank you.
Insight
We got helped by an
check.
ent.
Insight
Please
check
roll
on
insight
that.
check. Yeah.
Can I as well? Sorry, I just.
Yeah.
16.
I have insight of that. 17?
Honest wonder.
Okay.
Well, we owe you a great debt, and I'm sure Captain Marin will repay you, but if there is anything we can do, please, name a favor, and we will do our very best to carry it out.
Getting a lot of
I have heard through the grapevine, through whisperings in the hills, that your exploits are due to a search for safe haven. Is this correct?
More or less.
Well, if you wish it, at least for a time, you may find it here.
How many of there are you?
Currently here or in our order?
Both.
Well, currently our total remains approximately 50 mages, but vast majority are young students, orphans. And then 3 professors, myself included. I'm a transmutation specialist. And currently here, we have 12.
Wait, can you define transmutation for me?
Yes, the transformation of one substance into another in both subtle and extraordinary ways.
Cool. So, like, if somebody could maybe turn themselves into a statue and then didn't know how to turn themselves out of a statue.
Yes, a simple spell.
Great. Could you help me? And then Joey is gonna go like this and then turn into a statue.
Joey, no.
You see, I see what she's done. You just like immediately become a statue.
Yeah.
I see what she's done. I have a fix.
She didn't even
all
know
right.
how to undo it. She just did it anyway.
Young one, can you hear me? Shake if yes. And you can just like do a little shake if you, yep. And he goes, all right. So what you do, you've got the arms correct, but you want, now look at, I'm gonna, and he just like snaps your fingers into place and you immediately become not a statue anymore. So you'll want to initiate with your fingers in the following pose. And he shows you like an intricate like finger pattern that are like linked rings in your hand, gets them all set up, very good. And then try again. And you can undo it at will.
Yes!
While you're petrified, you are under the petrified condition, but you can deactivate it as as a bonus action when you want to.
That's awesome.
You can activate it as an action, deactivate it as a bonus action.
And
What and?
when I'm a statue, if somebody hits me with something, it doesn't hurt me, right?
You have resistance to the damage.
Okay, that's
Resistance to non-magical physical damage,
But
and I
also
think you're
you're a
immune to
statue.
fire. And you are also a statue, which
we'll see. We'll see how that plays.
Okay, Joey's just gonna be like standing there turning in and out of his statue.
Great. Joey goes off. I think I maybe shouldn't have told her to do that.
Joey's just doing it all these different poses.
All right.
You work
Okay.
with kids.
Looking good. Anyway, is there anything that you might request of us?
It seems incredibly selfish for me to ask, given that we are in a situation of a much higher circumstance than what I am here to merit. That was a lie about the echolocation.
Well, why are you lying? What's that about?
I do not fully trust.
I mean, I'm
people.
not owed an answer. You just met me. I get it. Maybe it was a personal question. I'm helplessly curious.
There's not a professor who happens to have a specialty in healing or restorative treatments, is there?
You're talking about regeneration?
Yes.
My boy. Transmutation is my specialty.
Shut the fuck up. There's no way.
Yeah.
And to think we almost just left, Gabe.
I'll say,
Regenerate is a 7th level transmutation spell.
if this is a 7th level wizard who didn't do shit to help us during this fight, I'm almost more upset by the fact that he's about to give me some.
Yeah, right. We just watched.
If this dude can cast 7th level.
So I'm not
Alright.
gonna get. I've gotten your hopes up a little bit.
Yeah, there's no fucking way.
You're looking for a regeneration spell.
Yes, I am.
Very good. Well,
This magic that continues to elude me.
that's interesting. The Meister before me was able to cast such magic, but they were a druid, I think. They worshipped a being lost to time known as the Mother. Or no, not the Mother, excuse me, the sister. Some sort of, he was a chameleon as well. Perhaps you know Harkus Coiltail.
Do we all have to make performance checks to not go?
Just dropped it.
Yeah.
That is my grandfather.
You're a Coiltail. Oh, Meister Coiltail taught me everything I know.
Oh.
I'm so sorry to tell you, he passed
Oh,
somewhat
no.
recently.
Oh, I'm very sorry. He was an exceptionally good fellow. Well, it's getting more and more common these days. I have not many friends left to lose. Well, I wouldn't know where to point you except his study in the Elderwood.
I guess I never thought about that. Well,
He had this marvelous tower protected by various illusions and the like that he conducted research in. I can give you the location.
Did he never tell me about this tower?
Mm-mm.
Cool. Yes, that would be incredible.
He finds a map that you whip out with all your charts and stuff, and he you can sense what I'm marking on the map, yes?
Yes.
And kind of coordinates for you where he is. It's just outside of Salzado. You and your grandfather, I believe, did do studying together, right?
He taught me.
He taught you, right?
I have his leftover.
You
maps.
recall after your lessons, he would often just be like, "You go on, your parents are waiting, or your not your parents, your friends are waiting, or your parents," and sent you out. And once in a while, you would catch him gathering his bag and heading out the opposite direction into the Elderwood.
Cool.
And you always just were like, "Oh, that must be he's taking a shortcut home, or he's doing a little bit of foraging before dinner because the picking plants around the area is common." Now it just strikes you that his look always seemed a bit more determined than it would be to go pick berries.
Cool.
If there's anything else, one thing we might be able to do for you, if you're able to assist me, there are old, sort of unused circles where one might move a great distance very quickly, a teleportation circle of the like. I'm not entirely sure what the condition of the northwest circle would be. It hasn't been used because of its proximity to Port Sao, but assuming nothing drastic has happened, it could be intact. We'd be happy to attempt, but there is a risk there.
We do have a means of travel if we are concerned about such a thing, but
Well, is there anything else I can do?
Well,
so Zaga's reeling
It-
from his own.
Nesbit, well, we were under the impression that you needed help, but are you okay? Are you
I'm very
okay?
much. I had no idea what was happening here. This was obviously crazy. Did you see what happened? There were giant sky snakes. What was that?
Yeah, we saw it.
The storm lasted for weeks. It is magic far beyond my capabilities.
Okay, so the school is all right.
Oh, yes, we have relegated ourselves to an exterior shelter, which we were just about to have to vacate as it would have been covered by swarming clay. You've done it just in time. We'll be able to hopefully find our place in the mountains and uncover it with my magic, because that is my speciality. And then we will resume classes as soon as possible.
Okay.
Could
Oh.
we ask your name? That's a very
Yes, it's Harold.
Harold.
Excuse me. Okay, Joey's come back down from turning into a statue. Does the name Scope mean anything to you?
Scope.
Perhaps an old teacher at the school?
I just rolled a nat 20 for his recollection, so...
Damn.
Ew.
Oh, yes. I know all about Scope. He is a cautionary tale. He is very likely the reason that the public didn't resist the purging of mages. His wanton murders were whispered about. And of course the crown seized upon the fear and bullied those in power to, rather than dealing with the problem, enact their own agendas. And Scope went unchecked for years. Apparently there was a program training war mages long ago out in the mountains that was eventually dissolved, but you know, there's a rumor that Scope serves someone very, very high in Emporia's monarchy. Some say it goes all the way to the top.
Even now? And to what end? What do they stand to gain from that?
Emporia's history is a strange one. Queen Olivia VIII. After a string of queens all taking the same name, there is one odd thing about their reign, and that is the pattern that every other queen seems to disappear for the majority of their reign. Queen Olivia I, the Benevolent, came to Emporia, founded its great civilizations, but Queen Olivia II is notably largely absent for the majority of her reign, never seen by the public. And it continues on like that. Every other queen seems to just vanish
but then return. And yet they are still the ones in power. Just a strange pattern to see. And even just this past few decades, Queen Olivia VII. Sickly for most of her reign. And then Queen Olivia VIII comes with an iron hand. I just think there's something going on. Where there's a pattern, there's a ritual, we like to say. And Scope's been seen flying towards Port Sao.
That is where we are headed, this man. You have already given us quite a lot of information. We are appreciative. If I might ask just one more question.
Please.
Do the names Theoden or Zell mean anything to you?
Remind George who those names are, Gabe?
It was the two names that nowhere said that we could trust.
Theoden and
along
Zell.
with Mara. I figured if they were maybe
That's a
mages, there might be
great
connection.
call.
The answer is absolutely. When you say those names, it shocks him for a moment.
Wow.
Great call.
They
dude.
fell several years ago. Do you know what happened to them? They ceased communication. We've assumed they were dead.
They are mages of your academies?
They are. They're instructors. We were researching. There was apparently a young magician, a young boy, a fox boy. He looks at Sven. who
Joey
we had
steps
heard about.
protectively in front of Sven.
And it was apparently some sort of trap, and we never heard from them again. He was about your age, young one, from the reports.
Sven looks like cold. And nat 20's a deception check to be like,
Jesus.
Huh. I mean, coincidence, perhaps, but perhaps not.
It was
Yeah, there's a lot of foxes out there.
simply names that we were told we could trust, and that, as far as I know, are still alive. So.
Do you know they're still alive? Where are they? Where are they?
Last I heard.
Sven walks forward, and holds up an illusion of a large gray rock.
Grey Rock. They're in Grey Rock?
But to penetrate such a fortress, I am told is.
Oh, it's the
ill-advised.
worst place for mages. The walls are constructed of some sort of stone that nullifies all magical ability. It's a hellish place. Thank you for this. You should all go. It's not safe out here. The crown has spies everywhere, and they do fly these cliffs, so light will be here soon.
Hey, George?
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of check this would be, but if the stone is anti-magic
Mm-hmm.
and our moon dust is like makes magic more intense, I don't know what kind of check would that be to like try to rack.
Roll a nature
Actually-
check.
Okay.
Or an arcana check, your choice, whichever you prefer.
+0 or +0?
Oh,
I don't know.
man.
You tell me what's. Ooh, 18.
Decision.
18?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
I love it when George says that.
All right. Akana, your brain just starts racing as you hear all of this information Jimmy Neutrons into your brain all at once. Full brain blast style. Akana, it just hits you like a brick. The magic nullifying gloves. The counterspell gloves, one of which Zygo has. The dark color of it, the texture of the darkness is like it's been coated in some kind of material. You remember when you encountered that massive meteorite that you stole from the bandit train that was carrying Nowhere, was radiating with some kind of anti-magical feeling. Wasn't an effect, you could still cast spells around it, but it was like as if this like hole in Arcana existed where this meteorite was. This was also a blackjack train, which means blackjacks have got their hands on something that is creating anti-magical items or weapons.
And like the mech suit too, right?
Yes, the mech suit as well.
Hated mech suit.
Or mech suit, you're talking about Boris's suit of armor, right?
No, she means the
like,
mech suit that we fought.
That Rudy
Oh,
had.
the iron golems. Yes, they are comprised of like a large, thick metal that hold a mage within them. Those are actually not relevant to this being on the track that I'm on, but those are interesting in another story.
But Boris's armor was like
Boris's
a
armor
giant
comprised
counterspell
of the same metal that these meteorites are comprised of. The moon is where this moon powder is coming from. Moon powder amplifies magic. Stone from these meteorites that have impacted around Emporia nullifies magic. Both come from the void as a source. How they might interact might be exceptionally volatile.
Don't tell Joey.
Moon powder. So here's the thing. Moon powder is literally dust from the surface of Loon. That is the holiest of substances for followers of Loon. That is like taking dandruff off of the father and crushing it into a powder. It is a piece of the god that is the personality-less bit of Loon. It strikes you for the first time that the powder that Joey is holding on to is divine, exceptionally dangerous. And the mission to go retrieve moon powder from the moon en masse would be catastrophic if it were to fall into the wrong hands. And Belsanthium wants to sell it corporate style.
And the meteors, they're being sent
By the sister.
by the sister. So, does the anti-magic, is that a sister quality because she is the destruction part? Not the destruction, but the like kind of more death and ending of the cycle.
There's something with entropy about the sister that's 100% correct. I have more to tell you later about this, but that's all I'm gonna tell you for now and let that ruminate for a moment. My dog is coughing his little ass off. How are we getting back to where we need to get to as this information sort of gets delivered to all of you?
Do we know where he thinks the teleportation circle links to? He said
Somewhere off the beach, somewhere in the water, I think, of Port Sal.
I say we plant tree walk right into. If I saw a tree on our pigeon friend's property, I say we just walk there and I'll burn the spell slot.
Okay.
Unless anyone feels strongly otherwise, but.
So, probably no strong feelings the opposite way, right?
Nope.
Would
Returning-
would he teach me a cool transmutation spell if I asked him to?
I think the instruction on the thing is probably the most you're gonna get. Really quick, as Zygo goes to cast the spell, we're going to descend back into the depths with Zaza. Zaza, you are swimming as fast as you can. Your relatives on either side of you, the water is now becoming light, and for the first time, you see sun rays poking down through the water. You haven't seen the sun in weeks. Just to investigate very quickly, you pop above the waves. Emporia lies out before you on the horizon. Your relatives rise up next to you and look at you inquisitively. Ezzy gives you a little scratch on the ears. Puts her head to yours, and you hear sort of vibrating in your skull.
All right. Off to shore then. What's our plan?
We need to find them.
They were taken, weren't they? Henry and the captain.
Probably.
Right. So as fast as you can.
Roll an athletics check for me.
This is gonna be so fucking fast.
Come on, Zaza.
25.
25. Zaza, butterfly, Michael Phelps, all the way to Emporia, shooting through the water 30 feet at a time. And as you do, you swimming 25 feet. Or excuse me, 30 feet. Okay.
60 if she's dashing.
60 if she's dashing, yeah.
60.
You are
Wait.
suddenly
Yeah, because it says my walking speed is 60.
60,
right?
so your swim speed is half that, 30 feet.
Wait.
You are ripping through the water, and then all of a sudden, on either side of you, two fins protrude out of the water
Oh, come on.
after you. And all of a sudden, as you're moving through the water, you take a look down underneath the water, look to your right, and see a burly-armed, sort of fat and misshapen gray form, which as it turns to you actually looks much longer and less fat. It's just that it's turning at such an undulating rate, and you see a face with jagged teeth sticking out of it and angry, dead-looking eyes as a shark folk wielding a glaive is tearing after you. Across his chest, the symbol of the father.
Oh, no.
And as they converge on you mid-swim, I need you to roll initiative for me.
Oh. I get advantage?
What?
You get advantage on initiative, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a thing you have.
Cool. I'm so cool. 14.
14.
Barbarian thing?
These two are going to move before you. So the first thing that happens is on your side, both of your relatives immediately jump in front and are going to take the two attacks from both of them.
Oh, sweetie.
Both miss from Ezzy as he gets in the way and catches the glaive in her skeletal form. And Dizzy gets fucking blasted with a nat 20 and an 18. Nat 20 is gonna be woof.
Blasted.
21, 31, takes 36 damage, and immediately the bones just scatter apart as Dizzy is destroyed. Go get him, kid! Down into the water with like the last burst of necrotic energy. It is now your turn.
Okay, raging.
The water like ripples with a necrotic pulse around you, and both of them lift their heads and exclaim to you. What languages do you speak?
Oh gosh, not their language.
This one.
It says none.
Great. You probably don't speak Gillish.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And the other one like nods, and they both like re-aim at you as you boom, bonus action rage. Both of them hold their pikes out at you. They are flanking you currently. Who do you go to first?
Oh, shit. I have to do this? Okay.
Unless you want to keep moving, you can try to dash away, but they are going to catch up to you for sure.
We're sure they're going to catch up to me?
They have a 60-foot swim speed.
They are sharks.
Yeah, they're like shark folk.
Yeah, but if I get out of the water, what are they going to do?
They have
How far away is
fins
she
for,
from the shore?
Uh,
How
they
far
have-
is she from the shore?
out, probably like a couple of miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you gotta do
Or
it.
just like, you're going to fight this session, you can't get out.
You're gonna fight this session,
Yeah.
baby. Let's go.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna take out my freaking melee or my maul and smack my
Axe?
Oh, do you want to take out the great axe that you were throwing and was coming back to you?
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Let's do
Okay,
that.
you pull the great axe out. You're gonna make these attacks with disadvantage because you are in the water.
But I'm so cool. Why
You
would
are so cool, but you are still making these attacks with disadvantage, which is why you're treading water and swinging a great axe, and it's a little harder than usual, so you're rolling with disadvantage.
Okay. Fine.
But I'm so cool.
There's Homeward
Oh
Gabe,
my
and then there's
God,
Cool
that's
Zaza,
incredible.
and they are two different
That is
people.
Natasha's entire ethos on D&D.
100%.
cool.
It's like,
Cool.
I can't do this, but I'm so cool.
I'm not.
What is the
right.
first attack?
Ah! Wait, do I have any luck points left?
You have all of your luck points left.
Do you?
Then I'm gonna
Did
use
she long rest
Did she
after
long
starting
rest?
Homeward?
Has she long rested?
She does not need to sleep, and she walked along the ocean floor.
Dope.
I think being undead and having like that like trance-like inactivity is enough for a long rest. Yeah.
6, so then I'm using my luck point as my choice, and I got a nat 20.
You got a natural 20?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that would give you triple advantage, which is a nat 20. So yes, roll double damage on this shark folk who approaches you.
Wow.
Okay. Wait, but I have to get this right. Okay, so I'm doing triple damage.
Nope.
Wait, crit. Okay, 13. This is 13.
13, okay.
Plus 3 because I'm raging.
Plus 3 because you're raging, 16.
Is that all correct? Is anyone looking at this beyond?
You have, okay, so your maul is 2d6, right?
It's the
2d6
axe and it's a
plus
D12.
4.
It's a D12. It's,
Okay,
it's a great axe.
So no, you rolled the maul, so not at all. So roll
That's what I
your
thought.
roll the axe or a d12 if you don't have the axe on your
Roll
thing.
2d12.
2d12 for the crit.
2d12.
2d12. Okay. Roll it. I'm rolling it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. Okay, so an 8.
Plus 3 from rage is 11.
Yeah.
Plus
Uh,
4 from your ability score modifier would be 15.
Yep.
And then is it a plus 1 axe or a plus 2 axe?
It's a plus 1 axe, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be 16.
16 damage on the first strike.
Well, wait. Roll another d12.
Oh, another.
Oh, brutal critical.
Brutal critical from Barbarian.
I was just making sure
Yay.
how many. I knew it was at least one.
Oh, and that's a 6.
So
Nice.
22.
So that is 22 damage to the first one. That is a hit. You have another attack at disadvantage if you want.
Okay.
You can only use 1 luck point per turn, I think.
Okay.
I don't know if that's true.
Oh, no, 1 per roll. 1 per roll.
Oh, 21.
Roll.
21 is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. 1d12 plus
Tosh, was that a
A9.
disadvantage?
Oh no,
Did
that
you roll?
wasn't it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
It's higher.
Yeah, so 21.
21. Okay, yeah, great.
Now 1d12.
1d12 plus 9.
Plus 9. Oh, 19.
4, 3. Oh no, plus 8. Plus 8. So 18
8.
more damage. 40 HP. This guy is definitely bloodied. But at the end of that is you have your move action, which you probably want to like stay engaged with these guys to some degree. They are going to both simultaneously dip below the water, and then both of them strike down below the water. These are going to be 4 attacks on you. First, your relative is going to be blocking one side of you.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Oh no, that will hit Ezzy. Plus 18. So Ezzy takes 18 damage, and then there is suddenly a blast of energy on one of the strikes on Ezzy as this creature smites.
Wait, can I spirit shield myself?
It's not smiting you, smiting on your relative.
Oh, that's so mean. Okay.
Dealing an additional 15, and Ezzy
Especially against an undead. Yeah.
vaporizes. And then the other shark folk takes its 2 attacks on Zaza. First, does a 20 hit your AC? Okay. And the second attack is higher than that. That
you
is
can
a
spirit shield yourself on these.
26. So on the first strike, 10.
It's 3 d6s.
You take 7.
Okay.
Hold on, wait, sorry. So you take half of 12 is 6 slashing damage, and then you are smited by this paladin, and you are undead, so this will do extra damage.
Okay. I'm gonna save my spirit shield for that.
This is all part of the same thing.
Oh, okay.
You take an additional 12 radiant damage. That's a total of 18 damage to you. Do you want to spirit shield that?
I spirit shield myself for 12.
12. You only take 6 damage. Absolutely insane. And then the next attack, seeing that the shark folk puts more oomph into this one, rolls a natural 2. He bypasses you easily as you move to the side. It is now your relative's turn, who takes one of the shark folk by the throat and is unable to do any significant damage, though. Shark folk shirks them off. It is now your turn. Oh, no, not Ezzy. I'm sorry. There was no relative at all in that licks. I'm so sorry. Zaza, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm hurting. I have 23 health. What am I going to do?
Did you long rest?
You long rested, so you would have been full.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so... Wait, how much damage did I just do? I took...
6. So long rest and just take 6 damage out.
Okay.
Completely insane. I'll never kill her. There's nothing I can do.
Okay.
Are you trying to?
Do you want to reckless attack?
If I reckless attack, they're gonna have advantage on me, though.
That's right. Okay, that's just letting you know. So it's your call. You want to attack at disadvantage?
Oh, yeah, and it nulls...
It nullifies your attacking at disadvantage. That's right.
I mean, they're gonna attack me anyway. Okay. I'll reckless attack.
Okay, roll straight attacks then.
Okay, let's see. Oh my god! I hope that's an okay thing. Okay, so 22.
22 hits.
Great, and so then that's
1d12 plus 8.
Plus 8. Please be good. Ugh, 13.
13 damage. You cleave into the injured shark paladin, who you see just some vitals separate, and he floats off into the water and twirls down to the bottom. One of them has been dispatched.
Nice.
You have another attack if you want.
Yeah, let's get him. Okay.
Thrashing in the water.
15.
15 is a miss. The shark paladin deflects, will take 2 attacks of his own at advantage. First attack is a miss.
Nice.
What's your AC?
18.
Yeah, it's a miss. Second attack is a 26 to hit.
And I'm gonna spirit shield myself.
Spirit shield. 12, 8,
Whee! Okay.
13,
So ready.
12, 6, 13. Wow. 19 total damage. What's your spirit shield?
12.
12, you take 7 damage. Immediately, even the smite, the radiant energy, it looks like it's gonna vaporize the necrotic sand, and it does look like you react more strongly, but then a radiant light of your own shirks that light away before it can do too much damage, and the shark paladin literally roll an insight check as he just goes,
Oh shit.
roll an insight check.
That's the inside check. What the fuck?
What do you say?
So angry. 11.
It's something along the lines of, what are you? Fear in this dead shark's eyes. Just not dead, but they are cold eyes. Fully black pupils, enraged, but unable to do anything to you. That's what you think he says. What are you? It is now your turn.
Okay, so now I will attack him again. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
A fucking ass. Okay. I'm gonna recklessly attack. That's what I would have done, and then I would have
Yep.
rolled 12.
12 is a miss.
The first time is a miss. Okay, let's see the second time. Oh yes. Okay, a 20.
20 is a hit, absolutely.
Okay, great. And then 1d12. Go. Let's freaking go. 14.
14 is also a miss.
That's the damage.
14
Oh,
damage.
14 damage. Yes. Okay, got it. 14 damage. Roger that. You grievously wound him. He is still up, not quite bloodied. It's going to make 2 more attacks, both at advantage again. One is a natural 20. Do you want to use another luck point?
Ooh! Why? What can that do?
I have to re-roll.
The answer is yes, because if
Really?
he'll smite it and
Yeah.
On a nat 20, he will smite you at the
Wait, I
highest
didn't
level
know I
spell
could
slot
use
he
a luck
has.
point against someone else's attack.
Someone's attacking you, you can, right?
Oh my god, I had no idea.
so.
Okay, yeah,
Let me
let's
make
do it.
sure. Yeah.
Yep.
You can use
As long as
the
it's
luck
affecting
point when an
you.
attack is rolled made against you. Roll a d20 and then choose whether the attack uses. Oh, you roll the d20.
Roll a d20 for me and tell me what the flat result is.
Wait, fuck.
Oh man,
Oh,
that was
stop,
almost
stop.
that was almost 10d6 or 10d8 radiant damage.
Okay, let's see.
No,
oh my
more than
god,
that.
a 2?
hell yeah.
Okay, 2 full miss and then another attack at advantage. Is a nat 20
Jesus.
on the other die. Do you want to use another luck point? Your last luck point?
Can I? That's allowed?
The new roll.
Okay.
That's
let's
your
do
last
it.
luck point. Go ahead and roll another d20.
My luck point, my choice. Okay. 11.
11. That is that does hit you. So it is going to hit. You can spirit shield this still.
Better than that.
Great.
It's going to be 5 slashing damage plus he's going to high level smite you because he's got no other options. This is going to be 68.
What a lame-o.
9,
Yeah, that
12,
does suck.
20,
It's like he's very
25,
6, that's tough.
28. Total of 31 damage.
Oh wow.
What's your spirit
That's
shield?
half?
No, that is
He's doing the math with it.
radiant. Yeah, I'm doing all the halving math for you. 31 damage. What's your spirit shield?
4.
Okay, you take 27 points of damage, most of which is radiant. Now it is your turn again. We're just slogging it out in the water with the shark folk. Both of you are grabbing each other, slamming you. You're wielding an axe and he's wielding like a halberd glaive, so you're both just like taking chunks out of each other, but sand is spilling out of you and blood is spilling out of him.
Okay. So let's do this. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna recklessly attack with a 25.
25 hits.
Yeah. Would. And then 1d12. Please be good. Okay. 15.
15 misses.
No,
Nope, that's the
damage.
damage.
Oh, damage, I'm sorry, thank you. Okay, we're now at 29 total damage to this guy. He is bloodied.
Okay, and so then I get to attack again.
Yes, you do.
Yeah,
Good.
20.
20, nat 20?
No. Dirty.
Okay, 20 hits. Yes, roll damage.
Okay, and then plus 8 is 9.
9 more damage. Okay, this guy is looking severely bloodied. He's going to take 2 more attacks at you with advantage. One is a 25 to hit you,
Okay, yeah.
and the other is a 27 to hit you. So both of these are going to hit. 13 halved to 6 plus another big smite. 6, 13, 15, 22, 23. 23 damage. Do you want to spirit shield that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that's minus 10.
23, so you take 13 total damage, and then the second attack, which you cannot spirit shield. 7 halved to 3. 11, 12, 13. Incredible. Another 21 points of damage. You take all 21 of that. That is the shark's turn. It is now your turn. He is looking very bad. It is your
Okay.
your attacks.
Let's freaking go! Recklessly attack Oh my god, and I got a nat 20.
Nat 20 on the reckless, baby, on the straight roll. Go ahead and roll double that. It's actually 3d12 plus 8.
Okay. Please be so good. Just be so good. That's 27 points of damage.
Would you go ahead and please describe this kill in the water?
Ooh, there's a bunch. It's like there's a bunch of sand in the water, you know, but you can see Zaza's eyes, and you see the great axe come out of the water for a second, and then top down so fast. And then there's just like the top of the shark's fin bobbing out of the water and like floating away. And then Zaza like pokes her eyes out of the water and keeps butterfly swimming. Doesn't let it. Yeah.
Doesn't break her stride.
Not
into
phased.
the ocean. Meanwhile, back on the mountaintop, Zygo completes the ritual outside of the plant, just finding like a small tree to have cast a spell on. All of you wait outside, about to hop back in. Is there anything we do as we are about to hop through the portal?
We assume we're going back to an ally's house.
How do we find you again?
I don't know. You come to the mountains.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. My name's Harold. Send me some sort of spell. You know, a message of sorts. Good luck. Tell Captain Marin thank you.
Win.
Okay. You move through the portal that Zygo has cast in the side of a tilted tree. Very suddenly, you are outside Captain Marin's seaside cottage. And the first thing you notice is that it is in shambles. The tall, towering lighthouse has had the roof rended from it. It has crashed into the floor below. Bodies of blackjack have been taken from this place, but what remains are hats, discarded and uncollected, and large pools of darkened sand. Lying down with bracers, I believe shield bracers on either arm. Henry lies quiet and still at the base of Marin's cottage. Slumped, a hand outstretched.
Akana will go run over to him.
Yeah.
Run over to him. I don't remember him dying. Is he still alive?
What happened? So where it was left off, Henry and Curly had come to the aid of Captain Marin, and Zaza was taken away as a flood of soldiers sprinted to face them. Captain Marin is nowhere to be found, nor is Curly. But Henry lies silent, and as you get up to him, clearly passed away with musket wounds.
No. Joey, what are you saying?
Do the thing. Can't you do the thing?
The
thing. And I'm sure
medicine
Joey
check,
will
does it
kind
look
of.
like this guy died within the last minute.
2 hours. He's gone
Okay.
rigid.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Wow, I did not think this was what today was going to be. Okay. Get his body. We need to get him somewhere else. We need to get him somewhere else. Somewhere safe.
Akana picks him up. And as she does, just kind of blindly, she'll just lay on hands him a hit point, knowing that it won't do anything, but still like just fully on autopilot.
That
Because
won't work, I'm afraid.
Turning behind you, Boris Niles stands in the sand behind you.
What the heck?
Everybody make a quick investigation check for me.
Amy.
16.
23.
12.
With your blind sight, Zygo, you hear the voice, but you know he's not here.
I thought you'd come back for him. Now I see you all plainly. Are you tired of running?
Are you tired of chasing?
Never. I live for it.
Till you stop. Or we stop you.
We will stop you.
You escaped by pure luck. Because more talented soldiers than you gave everything to buy you time. But that's all you have. Time ticking away.
I think that's all you have. Do we see him?
He is there, illusorily. It's like an image.
Joey's not there.
So we can. Yeah, okay.
His physical form is not here.
Then Joey's
One
gonna
moment.
scream and run towards him and slash at the image with her rapier.
As the image just like vroom, 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 through it, he looks to the side, like basically off screen.
That's enough, Ezra. End it.
Horus.
Before the spell, he holds his hand up.
Oh, wait.
Those who chase start because they run from something. Whatever you're running from, it will catch you.
You think yourselves too powerful for me to catch?
You're just like the rest of us. You're not special. You're not above anyone. And whatever started this chasing for you, whatever you're running from, will find you. You are a man. Immortal man.
And what are you?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, it very much does matter.
Why?
It matters what you can do. For that determines how I will hunt you to the ends of this continent and beyond. There are no waters that are safe for you. There is no reprieve.
And you will never be satisfied. It will find you.
He looks shocked and taken aback.
I will never be satisfied. That is why I do what I do. End it.
The image disappears. Roll an insight check, Akana.
25.
That got to him.
Yes.
That's a nerve.
Oh, suck my dick, Boris. Yes. Okay, great.
The end it is losing a bit of control. But Henry lies behind you.
Oh, Henry's still in my arms. I never put him down.
Henry's still cradled in Akana's arms. Dripping wet. Stepping out of the waves. Tired. And spilling sand out onto the shore. Zaza trudges up the beach to see her friends. Shocked to see her, but also eyebrows furrowed in grief.
As she comes up the beach, without missing a beat, without worrying about being in public, Zaga's going to throw a 3rd level healing word onto her, seeing the state that she's in. And being this close to Akana, that's going to get nice and big, I think.
Yeah.
8 plus 6 is 14, doubled 28 hit points to Zaza immediately.
Wow.
As Zygo, without moving, throws magic onto her. Turns to the rest. Very clear with all of you right now. They do not get one of ours. They do not even get one. We can fix this. I can fix this. I just need some time and I need some materials.
What can we do?
What do you need?
Oils, ointments, things else.
Nesbitt's,
yeah, Nesbitt.
Nesbitt is just gonna kind of just go over to Zygo, kind of gently, kind of, make sure that you know where my hands are to go into a hug.
He'll take it, but he's not hugging
Yeah.
back.
I don't know. I don't know if Henry would want it.
I don't care.
Akana's gonna take him to the water and start cleaning him. And as she does so, she thinks back to when Henry was on that island by himself and prayed to the mother every day.
I promise, I will do anything if you just let me not fall off the tree this time. It's one coconut. It's one bleeding coconut. I can... Why am I here? Why am I here? Crumbling to the ground at the base of a tree. Please, Mother, please. I'm so hungry. coconut dropping into the sand. Henry looking carefully up. And looking back at the coconut. Overwhelming gratitude floods his body as he digs into the coconut, and a sense of faith in somebody looking out for him. As you hold Henry in your arms, that image returns to you. As shipwrecked Henry is rescued eventually, mid-swim, trying for a last-ditch attempt to get there, he climbs aboard a ship. As he passes the railing, he does not notice a small flower wrapped around the railing that scatters in petals as he gets aboard. And again, you see Henry lying in your arms, washed by the ocean.
I'm sorry I left you. And I'm sorry you left me.
Everybody roll a perception check.
I did well. 24.
25.
24, 25,
27.
27.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well,
15. We noticed
15.
whatever.
16.
16.
Kenna and I are in different mental
It's
places.
audible. You guys
Yeah.
do hear this. I should say rather, the people who rolled 15, the first thing that you notice is the smell is no longer that of the salt of the sea. It is of smoke. And you realize that it's become cloudy again. But the clouds are black. And they're coming from Port Sao. And those who rolled higher than a 20 hear shouts. And those above a 25 hear the clanging of metal. And then musket fire begins to shoot off. Rushing forward just to get a little bit better of an audio, it becomes very apparent that Port Sao is being torn apart by riots. And as it strikes you, that the fire must be quite widespread if that amount of smoke is filling the air. A firework in the broad daylight framed by the black explodes off into the sky, and all at once in a great chorus, all shouting in unison, "Turn your gaze skyward." And that is where we are going to end the session
fucking
tonight.
Go.
I rolled a nat 20
Let's
on the luck
fucking
check for how the Stargazer flares went off.
wow.
Port Sao burns.
Oh my god.
Fucking go.
Oh my god.
That is all for this evening.
Wow.
Thank you all so much for joining us for a rough end, but an uplifting and feeling it ending. Let's get 'em, baby. We'll be back next Tuesday, 6 p.m. PST. Anybody have anything fun coming up they want to throw out there?
Maybe.
All right. Yeah. Anybody?
I don't fucking know.
Check out Table Tips on TikTok. And besides that, that's all I got going on. Yeah.
No, I don't actually. I'll say it next Tuesday.
Next week,
but
okay.
remind me, I have something to say
No.
next Tuesday.
Great. All right. Well, that's
I'll
it.
plug one thing. Sorry, I will plug one thing. On Stella Luna's channel this Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific, I'm playing with some lovely people who we know and love. Jasmine Chung, Aaron Rice Carlson, and company. We'll be playing a game over on Stella Luna's channel. At 6, go
Amazing.
check it out. It's fantastic.
It's back. You guys playing the same
Back.
characters?
A new quest with the same people. It's very exciting. So.
Great. Awesome. Very cool. All right. Well, without further ado, we will end for the evening, and we will see you all next week. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.